True, yes, mostly I still can't grow my own and make my own oil, but products might be cheaper, and at least you won't feel like, at least you're not, deep down you're not going, I'm breaking the law, and not worrying about it, because you want to focus on getting better.
The man, who ingests a small dose of cannabis oil about 4 times a day, fears until someone in power has to go through what he's going through, the law won't change.
It grates me. I've always said since the beginning, the law will mostly not change until someone at the very top of our country or government is touched by what I've been touched by. I don't want to wish anything upon anyone, but it won't change until someone in Parliament got this.
The government still has the numbers to pass its medicinal cannabis bill when it returns to Parliament, and has accused the National Party of playing politics by withdrawing its support. I Taranaki mō te hōtaka o te Atenei, ko Robin Martin ahau.
22 to 8, the Hikurangi Cannabis Company in Ruatoria is taking a keen interest in the debate around medical marijuana. It's at the forefront of commercialising cannabis-based medicines, but can't get started until there's a law change. Manu Caddie is the managing director of the company and joins us now. Tēnā koe, good morning.
Kia ora koutou.
You're sort of in limbo a little bit here at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, there's only so much we can do under the current law. We can do research and development, so we could, in theory, we can produce a proven product and take it to clinical trial, but we wouldn't be able to produce it commercially in New Zealand.
What about under the government's bill as it is proposed?
I guess the trouble there is that it's silent on what the regulations will be and what the standards will be, and I think what the national bill has done is provide some suggestions around what that might look like.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second, but the deficiencies as you see it in Labour's bill or the government's bill, it doesn't allow you to legally buy and sell the drug, does it? If you're in that position, well, they say you can use the drug if you've got 12 months to live, but it doesn't look like you can sort of legally grow your own or buy it.
Well, it says that they'll set up a scheme, and the problem is that there's no clarity around what that scheme would be, but it's likely that that's to establish a domestic industry and to establish a regime for purchasing it. The problem is that there's no details around what that might look like.
So you're not confident that your industry could flourish under that bill, if that became law?
We're always optimistic, and that's how we've been able to raise funds, and we're continuing to progress, but it would just be good to have some clarity sooner than later. The real issue is making sure that this legislation is passed as soon as possible and that the regulations are set within 6 months. At the moment, the ministry is saying it'll take them till mid-2020 to work out what those regulations will be, and that's when people would be able to start buying and selling. And we need something to happen much sooner than that.
And what are your thoughts on the national bill, the National Party's bill? How would that, if that were voted in, how would that affect the industry?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not confident that it would see the light of day as a private member's bill, but I think what they've done is probably a bit cynical in the way that it was approached and presented, but it does give some real detail, and we're very supportive of most of the content of that bill. So that I think what Labor can do is introduce it as a supplementary order paper and get some of those. It's a win-win for everybody if they can do that. If they can't, Labor's going to look really bad, National's going to look bad, and the patients are going to be much worse off. So
the politics aside, in your view, the National Party bill is a better bill for the industry. Is that what you're saying?
Well, for everybody, I think it provides the clarity that we've been looking for, and so in that sense, it is superior. And to be fair on Labor, they had to do it in 100 days and didn't have much time to put something together, and National's gone away and done that work.
So, in your view, the best solution would be for Labor to adopt the guts of National's bill?
Yeah, we'd love to get them all in a room and bang some politicians' heads together and find a compromise and get it going. Otherwise, it's going to languish and that's going to be bad for everybody.
Smoke the peace pipe, you reckon?
That's right.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. That is Manu Caddie, who is the Managing Director of Hikurangi Cannabis Company in Ruatoria. It's 19 minutes to 8. Feedback as usual on this issue throughout the program. It's